It's Bocce time! Welcome to Povelverzi 2026 World Bocce Cup! This is day 5 and please welcome the teams for the second round of pairs and matches. Play on course number 2 for Pool B, round 2 BC4 pairs, the match between Ukraine and Hong Kong, China. The referee, Marie-Claire Parent. Playing on court number 4 for Pool B, round 2 BC4 pairs, the match between Croatia and Portugal. The official will be Darren Thompson. Playing on court number 6 for Pool A, round 2 BC4 pairs, the match between Great Britain and Slovakia. Playing on court number 8 for Pool A, round 2 BC4 pairs, the match between Brazil and Hungary. The official will be Martina Kincheshova. Star warm-up. Playing on court number 2 for Pool B, round 2 BC4 pairs, representing Hong Kong, China, Yu Qing Leung and Wen Xiong. Representing Ukraine, Andriy Okolov and Natalia Konenko. Playing on court number 4 for Pool B, round 2 BC4 pairs, representing Portugal, Paulo Cardoso e Carlo Oliveira. Representing Croatia, Antonio Sarsanski and Ana Maria Rambasic. Playing on court number 8 for Pool A, round 2 BC4 pairs, representing Hungary, Gergo Merkes and Alexandra Savo. Representing Brazil, Eliseu dos Santos and Laísa Guerreira. Good luck to all and may the best win. Start matches!
This Ukrainian pair that we saw yesterday against Portugal. Of course, tend to favor a short game. Whilst Natalia, when the pair is trailing by 3-4 points, normally tends to go for a longer game to try change the outcome. But of course, the Hong Kong pair has a great chemistry and great force to play. As we see, the first ball by Andrei Okolov was played like this, an amazing ball, but it leaves an opening for Hong Kong pair. That's what he manages to do. Now he's Yuan Cheong to play. Shida is currently the number one in the world ranking. But with the outcome of the individual competition here in Póvoa, it will be now Carla Oliveira back to first position in the world ranking. Now let's see Natalia Konenko to play here this ball. Maybe I should try to go for an opening. That's what it looks like from her positioning. She tried to do a substitution here with the blue ball with the red. The referee is using a lantern to check who's closest. And it will still be Ukraine to play. Would be once again Natalia to play here. I think that it changed the point. The little touch with on the red was enough to change the game. So now players from Hong Kong will play. It was a good opening. The player from Hong Kong, Yuan Cheong, was able to get that red out of the jack. And it creates an enough opening for Yuqing Leong to play. You will make a great positioning shot. Maybe even perhaps push that red out of the way and make this ball that is going to play land on the jack. He tries to go for the gap in between the red and blue, and it's a great ball here by one of the best players in the world. As you see now, it's Hong Kong that it's winning. And it will be Natalia Konenko here to play the ball, as she's the only one that it's able to see the jack, but very just slightly. whilst Andrei Okulov is completely unable to see the white ball through the floor, as he has 4 balls in front of him. But I was able to get those red out of the way and put red almost on the side of the jack. Still two balls to play by each pair. Only 1 minute left for the Ukrainian pair. 1 minute for Andrei Okulov to play the last 2 balls from the pair. It's a great ball. Uses those 2 red that were there to put this one in the scoring position. And he's still able to hold on to a red ball to the end. Let's see. Yoan Cheong now to throw the ball, hoping to change the outcome. Maybe even push those 2 blues into the jack. Should try to open a little. Now Andrei Okulov will play the last ball for Ukraine here on this first end. Only 30 seconds. And this once again a good ball by Andrei Okulov, playing with the red. And Yuki Wing Leong comes onto the court to check the game, see what is possible to make. We're still with 1 minute left. Still more than enough time for him to play. It's a good ball, but I don't think that is enough to score more points. The referee says that it's 1 for blue. The captain from Ukraine, Andrei Okulov, wants to go to check. As it's very close, but as we can see here, the blue is touching the jack. Well, there's this very small gap between the jack and the red. It's really 1 for blue. 1 for Hong Kong, China here on this first end. As we now go on to see the results in the other courts. And as we can see on court number 4, the pair of Paulo Cardoso and Carlos Oliveira from Portugal is winning 2-0 against Antonio Sarasansky and Ana Maria Arambasic from Croatia. They'll go on to the second end. And whilst on court number 8, Eliseu dos Santos and Laísa Guerreiro from Brazil are winning 1-0 against Gergo Berkes and Alexandra Sabo from Hungary. As we get ready for Yuan Cheong to throw the jack back into the game and start a new end. It's a short ball to the right hand side. It's a short ball, but it helps to cover Andrei Zokolov view for the white, but leaves Natalie Konenko with a great chance here to a positioning shot on the jack. And it's a great positioning shot by the Ukrainian player. That small opening was enough for her to put herself in a scoring position. And now her opponents need to utilize 2 balls to open the game in position. And that can make all the difference, as we saw on the last game in between the team of Portugal and of Great Britain. And of course, as we see here, the referee signal that it will be the blue balls to play, so the team from Hong Kong, China. And of course, once again, saying how important the referees are to this game. Without them, it would be impossible to have a competition. And a great positioning by Yuan Xiong. She redeemed herself from that first ball that she played after the jack. And it's impossible to talk about the importance of the referees without speaking about the liners that we see a liner here on the right hand side of our viewing screen. There to help the referee to see any infringements, any faults that are being committed by the players. Normally in these cases on BC4, as we see now, Andrei Okolov missing the target. He was trying to open the game, but he managed to go just a little bit to the left as he is seeing the game. So saying about the importance of also the liners, that they're there to help officiate, especially in these BC4 matches. They're responsible to foreseeing if any infringements are being made. Normally the infringements made in this type of games will be touching the line or talking and making adjustments for the play whilst is the other team's time to play. And the liners will notify the referee that an infringement is being made, and they will be awarded a penalty ball at the end of the corresponding end. And it would be impossible to have a competition of this caliber with such good players, with such an amazing budget that we have been seeing here in Povod Varzim, without the referee, someone to enforce the rules of the game. Now, that's how Koneko played the ball there to stop the opponent on their right, Yukwing Leong, to score easily through there. He'll now need to open that ball if he wants to go through there. As Ukraine already used their 6 balls. Hong Kong, China still with 3 left and more than 2 minutes to play. Let's see now this play here. Was your good play, managing to open slightly the position. It's a good positioning. I don't know if it's enough to score. As we go for the last minute in this end. The captains are as they come onto the court to check. And it's a difficult position. So the referee will measure with a compass. Once again, the importance of the referees are there to officiate this and see the smallest margins. Let's see here now. Will be 2 for blue. And it's 2 for blue. As they now win 3-0 against Ukraine going to the third end. Maybe we'll now see once again Natalia Konenko play a long game as she did on the game against Portugal. As we now bring your attention back to the other courts. Seeing now the result on the second end in court number 4. It's now 4 for Portugal. Paulo Cardoso and Carlos Oliveira against Croatia. And on court number 8, still playing now the last ball in Brazil against Hungary. It's now one for blue, 1 for Hungary. So now the game is tied at 1. Going to now the third end. As we now going to see here Natalia Konenko play. And she will not risk going for a long game. It will be a short game in front of Andrei Okulov. And of course the jack needs to pass that line, similar to a V, to be considered in a legal position. see here now the first positioning shot. And it's not the greatest, as we can see from her face. She's not satisfied with how this play went out. You know, it's not also the best positioning by Yuan Cheong from Hong Kong. As Andrea Glove is still able to see here the jack and will be playing a safe and positioning shot. Not much strength, just enough to be in front of the blue. But was it enough? It's enough to be in scrum position, but I believe he would hope to go a little bit further and be touching the jack. Let's see now what the pair of Hong Kong China. They were third in Astana this year at the World Cup. Will do. As we saw now the opening from Yuk Wing Leong. He managed to open the position. But his team is pair with Yuan Cheong in the current position, but once again leaves an opening for Andrei Okolov as he now managed a better ball than before. Now touching the white ball, the jack. That will now make the Hong Kong China pair open the position. Taking their time, not in a hurry. The second ranking pair in BC4. I believe she'll try to open this position, take that red out of the way. It's a positioning shot. Not enough to get the blue to touch the jack. So at this moment, still 1 point for Ukraine in this end. And now an opening from Yuk-Wing Leong. As now the referee has doubts on who's to play, so she'll need to measure with the compass. As we see here, to measure of the distance between the jack and the blue and the red. So now the referee signals who's to play. It will be red. It will be Ukraine to play. Still 3 balls left. Still 2 balls for Natalia and one for Andrei Okolov. Of course, Andrei has all the view to the game, but he wants to keep that ball that can be needed. And then Natalia uses a combination. She plays against the blue to go against the red to push it towards the jack. And of course, it's not only the pair from Hong Kong, China that knows what's to win. Of course, Ukraine also won the Cairo Challenger. So they know what it feels to win. Of course, they want to keep doing. They want to keep improving this pair and get better and better with time. Now just 1 minute for Hong Kong, China to play. So 2 balls in possession, 1 for each player. And it would be a great ball here if the ball that it's on top of the others, as you can see here, was on top of the other blue and jack. And now a more safe shot to not allow Ukraine to push the jack away from that position. And now this can be 2 very important balls for Ukraine. They now are winning this end by 1. They're losing the game by 3. And if by doing here more points, they can go with a chance to win this game on the last end. Let's hear now what is the play. What's the play from Natalia Konenko? She managed to touch that red so slightly. And that can be important for Andriakolov to push a little bit and put it also in a scoring position and make 2 points in this end. As I told you before the match started, of course, Hong Kong, China, 2nd in the world ranking, Ukraine 18th. I cannot say only, because to be in this position is still great. But Andriakolov wasn't now able to put himself in a better scoring position. But the referee asks for the players to come onto the court. It can be 2 for red here. That's what's going to be measured. That's why the players are into the court, the captains. And of course, as I was saying, despite the difference between them in the world ranking in the court, it not always translates to that big of a difference. It's always close games, always filled with emotion, filled with great plays, and the smallest detail always making a difference. Now the head referee, it's called onto the court. To help with this measure. Let's now see here the measurement from the head referee being taken. what can make the difference is that ball that it's on top of the others. Will that be enough for to make it two? Those is the smallest details, smallest distance. That's why they're not taking this long, but still, it's a very precise game. It's a very precise sport. It's all about precision. So now the players agreed with the measuring. And it's 2 for red, 2 for Ukraine. Now, this can be very important for the Ukrainian player, as they now only trail by 1. As the match finishes here, the third end, Ukraine 2, Hong Kong, China 3. And now in the fourth end on court number 4, Portugal is winning 5-0 against Croatia. And also on end 4, it's Gergo Berkes and Alexander Saba from Hungary that are winning against Ilse Duchanch and Laisa Carreira from Brazil. Of course, as now we're going to start the fourth end. 3-2 for Hong Kong. It's a short game by Yukming Leong. And it's a great ball. That now Ukraine will need to open. They'll need to go with enough force to smash either ball or maybe both and open the position to have a clear view on the jack by any of them, any of the players. And Andrei Okulov manages to get the white, the jack, and leaves his partner, Natalia Konenko, even with a close position. Needs now Andrei to play once again. Let's see here. It's a great ball, but it's still short. You need a little bit more strength, but enough to be in scoring position, but gives you the opportunity for either a push on the blue by the Hong Kong China team or to take that red out of there and put themselves in that position that the red is now to close the position and make it even harder for Ukraine. And they go to push the blue. And now they're scoring 2. that Koneko tried to make that right closer to the jack. They know that they need to score in this end if they want to at least go to a tie break. Now going for the fourth ball. Now I believe Gioklov managed to get close. Let's see if it's touching balls. No, it's not touching the jack. Now only 1 minute for Ukraine. 2 balls left. Hong Kong still with 3 minutes and 4 balls. And now Natalia missed that opening. She maybe was trying to get that blue out of there. Let's see if she managed to do that. This will be a very precise measure here, as the referees saw that neither ball is touching the jack, but there is small gap in between them. And it's Ukraine that it's scoring. Will be now Hong Kong, China's turn to play. Let's see, Yuan Cheong to play. And the ball left her hand. As you saw in the last game with David Smith during the preparation. And she's now able to get that red out of the way. Now scoring 2. Last ball for Ukraine. 45 seconds. Thirty seconds left. Last ball. And Natalia manages to open the position. She pushes the jack slightly. And it's that red ball that it's behind the jack that it's now scoring. Any touch from Hong Kong that it's with more strength can take the jack towards that ball. So they don't want to play with strength. And that's what happens. The ball managed to land just in front of the jack. A really good precision shot. And once again, he now uses the other blue ball that it's there to get himself close and touching the jack. What a great play that we saw here. Very precise play. And it's 2 for blue. 2 now for Hong Kong, China, that win this game against Ukraine. 5-2. The next game in this pool between Hong Kong will be against Portugal, and Ukraine will play against Croatia. And of course, this was the last game in the morning in the pairs and teams competition here at POVA 2026 World Bocce Cup. We'll come back in the afternoon at 1:30 with the BC3 pair competition. We're gonna have France against Portugal. And to all, see you then. Hope to see you there.